Healthy Environments, Glenn Sheaffer is here. He is the general manager. They're also part of Superior Heating and Air, so welcome back. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Betsy.
So here we are. We're in hurricane season, and we just had a close brush with Dorian, which thankfully didn't do too much damage on the island, but it is time to start thinking about what could happen and prepare for that and start thinking about water damage. So tell us a little bit about all of that.
Yeah, these hurricanes, they say it's the new normal,
right?
You know, and nobody can fully prepare for a water damage, or let alone get prepared for a hurricane. And then when water strikes or the catastrophe hits, you need to call someone, and that's why we're here. We've been involved with water damage restoration for almost 40 years.
Wow.
The nice thing about us is we have everything. We have all the tools and equipment. We're certified by the IIC in water damage restoration, mold remediation. We work with many of the insurance companies. And it's interesting that people normally don't have to go with the insurance company recommendation. They can go with anybody that they choose. So we are one of those choices, Superior's Healthy Environments.
Okay, excellent. So tell us a little bit about that process with the insurance company. If there is water damage, what's the first step that you guys do?
Well, the main goal is to stop the damage. You don't want secondary damage. The longer the water sits in the house, the more things that can develop. Mold, of course, is a constant battle here in this environment.
So when there's an insurance claim, they go to you first and then you take it to the insurance company, or they go to their insurance company first and then they get to pick you?
No, they can pick anybody they want, but the first thing a homeowner wants to do is call someone to stop the bleed, stop the water damage, the insertion of the water. And that would be us. We would go in and we would seal things up or find the source of the problem and stop it. And then we would remove all the water, all the issues that the water has created. And then the insurance company would come in after the fact, or they would notify the insurance company, and then they would come in to do the rebuild and things like that. But there's not an insurance company out there that wouldn't feel comfortable with someone calling and trying to resolve the issue firsthand.
And water can come in a couple of different ways. It can come in through a leaky roof, or it can come in through under doors.
Sure.
So is there a different process there? I mean, if it's leaking from the top down,
a lot more damage when it's leaking from the top down.
Okay.
And then of course on the floor, wood flooring, things like that.
Right.
The most common, water damage right now is, believe it or not, drain lines and air conditioning drain lines.
I just heard about that from a couple of friends of mine. That's very true. Yeah.
We've gone to so many calls recently because of the heat, and the systems running. These drain lines, it costs such a, to be proactive, it costs so little to have those things maintained through either Superior's Heating and Air or Superior's Healthy Environments.
Right.
To just inspect and check them, because once they leak, and most of them are located in an attic, they run through the plywood, and then they run through the insulation, and then they run through the drywall, then they run through the side of the walls, and then into the carpet or the wood flooring. And the average cost is almost $3,000 to remediate water damage from just a drain line, where it could be so inexpensive, pennies on the dollar, just to maintain it.
Just do your semi-annual maintenance.
Oh my gosh, it's abundant right now. I bet you, 4 or 5 calls a month.
Wow.
Or maybe even more. Yeah.
So what if somebody's in the middle of like a renovation project and either a storm comes in and they get damaged, or something like that happens? There's some kind of a leak that springs during the project. How do we stop that as quickly as possible so it doesn't go all the way to mold?
The biggest misconception is, run a fan on it. Because you have moisture, and in a room, let's say a 100 square foot room has about 1.5 gallons of water in it. We need it to breathe or keep our lungs healthy and keep our skin. Without it, we wouldn't survive.
Right.
So there's moisture, but once you add that extra amount of moisture, and then you take a fan and you start blowing it around, you're going to cause all this secondary damage. The wood flooring is going to start to cup and bow. The door frames are going to bend. You won't be able to open and close the doors. So the most important thing is not necessarily running a high pressure fan, but to get some type of dehumidification in there.
Okay.
If you don't have your own dehumidifier, please call Healthy Environments and we can bring one in for you.
Excellent. That is a really good tip, because I would have done exactly what you just said and get the fan. So thank you for that.
Oh, sure.
That helpful.
It's a mess, because you want to get the humidity out.
Right.
And the fan will not. The fan will just take that humidity and just blow it in more areas of the home.
Fascinating. Well, thank you as always for being with us, Glenn. It's great to see you, and it's always great information.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Betsy, thank you.